The sun, calm, golden, life-giving, begins to change. Deep within its core, fusion accelerates. The balance that kept it stable for billions of years shatters. Hydrogen burns faster, the outer layers collapse inward, and then explode outward in a blinding pulse. In seconds, our sun transforms from a warm yellow star into a blinding blue giant. The gentle daylight that once nurtured Earth turns into a searing electric blaze. Shadows vanish. The sky glows pale blue even at midnight. The temperature on the surface of the sun climbs to over 20,000 degrees Celsius, 4 times hotter than before. And to imagine what this means, look at Rigel, a real blue giant in the constellation Orion. Rigel is 100,000 times brighter than the sun and 70 times larger. If our sun became something even remotely close to it, every planet in the solar system would be caught in a storm of light and radiation beyond comprehension. As the transformation begins, the first shockwave of light reaches Mercury. The planet, already a scorched rock, instantly vaporizes. Its metallic crust melts into glowing plasma, evaporating into the void. Venus follows within moments. Its dense atmosphere turns into a burning cloud of ionized gas dispersing like smoke. When the wave of heat reaches Earth, oceans boil in minutes. The upper layers of the atmosphere are torn apart. The blue sky turns white, then violet, then disappears completely. The ground glows with molten lava as continents deform under thermal stress. Plants ignite spontaneously. Air burns. Even metals begin to melt and flow like rivers of fire. The sunlight that once took 8 minutes to reach Earth now carries the energy of 1,000 stars. The distance between life and death is simply gone. From orbit, Earth looks like a shimmering pearl melting from within. Its magnetic field collapses as the ionosphere is stripped away. Without protection, cosmic radiation floods the surface. Every molecule of water is split into hydrogen and oxygen, and both burst into flame. The oceans become seas of light, rising and evaporating into space. Within an hour, our planet is nothing but a glowing ember. The moon, once our silent companion, begins to lose its orbit. Its surface melts, forming a vapor trail that wraps around the dying Earth like a silver halo. What was once the cradle of life becomes a molten marble orbiting an impossible blue sun. Mars, frozen, quiet, red, now turns into a brief inferno. Its polar caps vaporize, revealing volcanic scars beneath. Jupiter's clouds ignite, not in flames but in electric storms, each lightning bolt the size of a continent. Saturn's rings begin to boil and vanish. The icy moons of Uranus and Neptune start to glow from absorbed radiation. Even Pluto, 5 billion kilometers away, sees its frozen surface shimmer faintly in the new blue light. The whole solar system becomes a reflection of Rigel, a chain of burning ghosts orbiting a sapphire inferno. Let's pause and look at Rigel itself. From Earth, it shines as the brightest star in Orion, so far away, yet so powerful that it outshines stars hundreds of times closer. Rigel's surface temperature is around 12,000 Kelvin, while the sun's is barely 6,000. Its luminosity is immense. One Rigel could replace the light of tens of thousands of suns. If our sun were like Rigel, its radius would reach almost to the orbit of Mercury. Anything within that range would be completely consumed, and even beyond, the heat would sterilize everything for hundreds of millions of kilometers. Rigel is not a friendly star. It's young, massive, and burns its life away in only a few million years. Compared to the gentle sun, it's a cosmic firework, bright, short-lived, and deadly. But a blue giant cannot last. It burns with fury but dies young. Inside, fusion races through its fuel in a fraction of the time the sun needed. In just a few million years, it begins to collapse. When its core can no longer resist gravity, the star implodes, releasing a titanic shockwave, a supernova. If our sun went through this, it would blast apart the solar system completely. The shockwave would move faster than light could scatter from its edge, vaporizing the remnants of every planet. What remained would be either a neutron star, a city-sized core of pure matter, or even a black hole. In the place where the sun once rose each morning, there would be nothing but darkness and a gravitational scar twisting space itself. If humanity somehow survived underground in sealed vaults or deep oceans, they would witness the end of their world through instruments, sensors recording impossible light. For a few hours, the sky would be brighter than any day ever known. Then, silence. The solar system would vanish into a nebula, a bubble of gas glowing in blue and violet, spreading for light years. Perhaps millions of years later, that cloud would collapse again, forming new stars, new worlds, maybe even new life. But it would never be ours. The Earth we know, the sun that gave us warmth and morning skies, would be only a story, a whisper in the dust of Rigel's kin. So, what if the sun became a blue giant like Rigel? The answer is simple. Beauty and destruction would become the same thing. The same light that paints Orion's belt with glory would erase everything we know. Our sun may seem small, modest, and unremarkable, but its very weakness is what gives us life. It burns gently enough to last 10 billion years, allowing life to evolve, breathe, and wonder. Maybe that's the real miracle. Not the giant stars that burn bright, but the quiet ones that endure. Because in the cold geometry of the cosmos, survival is the true brilliance.